Looking at a few things on the NFL preview today, we will start with coaches on the hot seat. We're also going to look at the players who are going to decide the NFL season, and we are going to look at rookies who we think will have a big impact in fantasy football this year, and we'll close with another mock draft. So coaches on the hot seat. At 5, it's Dennis Allen. No one in New Orleans likes this team. And no one in New Orleans has confidence, and no one in the NFL has confidence that Dennis Allen will be able to turn this thing around. He, I think, is a fine defensive head coach, or a defensive coordinator, sorry, but as a head coach, it's not there. And I think if this team gets off to a slow start, he will not be there for the entirety of this season. At 4, it's Doug Peterson. He has a bit of a reputation of being someone who his teams get worse the longer he stays there. Jacksonville is coming off of a really, really disappointing season, and his one job was to make sure that the best quarterback prospect we had seen in a decade turns into one of the best quarterbacks we had seen. That hasn't happened. And if that doesn't turn around this year, then I think it could be bye-bye for Doug Peterson. At 3, it's Mike McCarthy. He's a lame duck coach for an owner who loves to go out and make a big splash with Bill Belichick and Mike Vrabel just there to make that splash. And so I'm not high on the Cowboys this year. B, I have never been high on Mike McCarthy. I think he is genuinely one of the most overrated coaches in the history of the National Football League, and I think that he has a lot of pressure on him to turn this thing around very, very quickly and get this thing going after just an abysmal playoff loss to his former team a season ago. At 2, it's Robert Saleh. The excuses are over. Even if it's not Aaron Rodgers this year, this team has to make a stand, and this team has to improve. And it feels like the division is wide open for them. I believe they are now the betting favorites to win this division. So this has to work this year for Robert Saleh, I think, to keep his job with the Jets. And at number 1, it's Sean McDermott. After the whole 9/11 coaching thing last year, and another disappointing playoff exit, I think there was a lot of people that were assuming that there might be a new man in charge out in Buffalo. And so if, this is not a better team than the one that he coached a year ago. They were able to, I think, save their season with a change in offensive coordinator and a change in offensive philosophy. If that doesn't lead to more success this year, I think this guy's just probably out, and that's probably it for Sean McDermott with Buffalo. So those are the coaches on the hot seat going into the 2025 season, 2024-2025 season.